Ladies and gentlemen, we are live for today's LemonAid Thursday. So if you are watching this today, which is the 9th of July 2020, you are very welcome. If you are watching a replay, thank you very much for joining in. We will be having a LemonAid, which is a Q&A session with me. So in case you have any questions or anything that is interesting for you, or you are interested in something and you are struggling to find out the answer, I decided I will be doing these LemonAids on Thursday, where you can actually jump on the call, ask your questions from me, and I can answer it and demonstrate it, so that you are not struggling anymore. You can actually continue working with your work, or with your building out the pages and your systems and your business. So we are getting a couple of people already joining in. So in case you are jumping on the call, if you're jumping on the live stream, please let us know if you are watching, what is your name, if this is your first time, and basically where are you watching from. So if you're here, just please jump on, say hi, introduce yourself, where you're watching from, and then we will be starting shortly with the LemonAid's Q&A session. So I will be having a couple of interesting announcements today. We have finished a couple of things that we've been working on, and if you are here at the live stream, you may seen it also in action. However, I will be doing a full announcement for the whole group later on. I will not tell you exactly what it is now immediately, but you will see it very shortly if you are a part of the Facebook group. So jump on, guys. Please let me know where are you watching from, and your names. I have Christine here as always. Hello from Missouri, not the first time. Awesome, Christine. Thank you very much for joining in. I have here a Facebook user saying, "Let's make some lemonade." Awesome. Yeah, guys. So in case you are for the first time here, the rules of this LemonAid Q&A session is that I actually have a glass of lemonade. I am sipping the glass, and once it is empty, we are finished for today. So we'll be jumping on next Thursday. So if you will have something that you're struggling with, you can actually contact support, or wait for LemonAid Thursday next week for me to answer it. Of course, in case this is something very important that you need to know immediately, then just ask it in the group, or the support team will be happy to answer it for you there. Awesome. So I have Barbados here. So I think this is my buddy Damien, who is watching us from Barbados. I have Ryan Jarata. Good morning from Vancouver. First time. Awesome. So let me actually jump in to the Facebook group and see if we are fully running over there. Yeah, perfect. So Damien, in case this is your first time over here, just please head over to streamyard.com/Facebook. This will allow me to actually see your profile image and then your full name. So when I'm answering the questions, then I will be able to see it for you. Saying, yep, it's me. Awesome. So guys, let me start with this announcement. You will be seeing a post very shortly after our live stream has ended. So I just finished a Q&A session, not a Q&A, but it's a session with the developers of the software that you are so happily using, GrooveFunnels. We on Thursdays, they also are having Q&A sessions with everybody, just to answer questions that we might have. And then it was announced that the Zapier integration has been now finished. So at this moment, it is still showing up as beta on Zapier, but once you come over to the zapier.com, it is going to be an app that you can search for and then choose. So for example, once you type in Groove, you will see GrooveFunnels will be showing up. So this will be showing up as beta. And I would like to ask you guys, and I will ask also in the official announcement, just to go out there to Zapier, create a Zap using GrooveFunnels. We need at least 50 people to do this one. And then once 50 people created this integration, it will be actually live and out of the beta mode or beta mode. So in case you are user of Zapier and you want to use Zapier for something in your business, please head over there and then create a test zap with GrooveFunnels integration on Zapier, it will allow you to do awesome things like do actual contact forms on your websites and things like this. You can connect it to your Gmail, so whenever somebody fills out a form on your website, let's say, then the info is transferred over to your Gmail. You can send a new email to yourself and to your customers or clients that you're designing the website for. So it is pretty awesome tool to use. So just register for Zapier, connect GrooveFunnels. We need at least 50 people to do it, and then GrooveFunnels will be out of the beta mode. So this is my announcement. There will be a full announcement with a separate post in the group, but as you joined us here, I wanted to give you a priority announcement so you are aware of everything this here. At this moment, this is only connected to GroovePages. So it works only with a new form submission. There will be later on, as we are developing the software, it will be added. So there will be more features added, and it will be also working with GrooveSell and other apps that you may need. But at this moment, you can connect GroovePages forms to go somewhere where you would like to go. In case you're doing also like full forms like name, address, phone number, age, things like this, you can collect all this information and then send it somewhere to a different destination. So please jump over there to Zapier, register, and then start using it. It is awesome. Perfect. So at this moment, we have approximately 20-ish people watching us. So this is a live Q&A, so please ask your questions in the comments below. Please type in question dash and then your question over there so I can actually answer it, and then I can see that this question was for me. Sometimes people answer each other's questions in the comments, so in case it will have a question or at least a letter Q dash and then a question, then I will know that this is for me. So today is the first LemonAid that I didn't prepare questions because I was receiving loads of questions from users, and of course I will be receiving them from you as well last time, and I didn't even manage to answer most of the questions that I pulled out because the people that jumped on the live stream, they were asking so many questions. I will start with a thing that everybody was asking today in the Facebook group. I will show and demonstrate it, but in the meantime, just please ask your questions, pop them in the comment box below, and then I will be going there one by one, and then I will answer each one of those. So the question that I've seen in the last week asked mostly was about the responsiveness selectors and how to work with the different responsiveness options. And let me just demonstrate that one for you. So let me just build out an empty. Let me just use something from scratch. I will just build out something very quick. So I'll just use empty containers because most of these blocks are already set to be responsive. So I'll just put on a heading. I will put on a paragraph text. Where is it? Here it is. And I will be using a couple of images just so that I show you. So this is being still worked on, the responsiveness, but you can actually use it to make awesome websites with this one. So once you have all of these pink like this means that you are editing your website on desktop mode at this moment, because this is a darker pink, darker red, and then all of the other ones will be receiving the styling. So for example, let me just click on this text. I will add on something longer. This is a demo for today. LemonAid. Okay, this is my text. I want to center it, and then I want to make it big like this. Okay, I will also make this paragraph a bit bigger, and then I will center this image also in the center so that I have everything centered. So once you go into different devices, the text size is the same. So the text size is 6 rem on each of the devices, as you can see here. When you click one more time on the same device, everything else will be white, but you will be editing only one of the devices. So as you can see, it is 6 rem here. I will increase it to be 9 rem. But once we change it here, we can still see that this one was not changed from previously when we were editing all the devices. So this stayed 6, this as well, and this as well. So now we only had this device selected, only this was pink, and when we increased 9 rem, so basically the text size to be bigger, only here it changed, but on the rest it didn't change. Let me just click on the mobile device and then show you how it would look like that. So 2.25. Here it is still 6, here as well, here it is as well, but here it is 9, but on mobile it is 2.25, as you can see here. So using this knowledge, you can actually design your sites and design your site to look on different devices. The same thing is with this with other elements, and then the image as well. For example, I want to just make this image over here on a big device, so on a big desktop device. I want it to be a bit bigger, so I will just increase the size of the image like that. And then once I transfer over to a different device, it is still small, as you can see. So nothing was changed. Only on this device it was changed. The placeholder image over here that you can see was only changed on the desktop. But let me show you what happens if I click on a smaller device and then click one more time. So this will be staying as it is, but if I click over here to a laptop view and I click on it one more time, that means that I'm editing now for this, and every other device will be having the same changes. So let me just do it smaller. Okay, so now I edited it over here, but once I come over to these devices as well, it is small. Only on this one is big, because this is how I set it up. So I hope now you can see the editing on this responsiveness option, how it works, and then you can go out there and actually modify your sites to be perfect on each of these devices. Sometimes there is some hiccups with, for example, video. You would need to go in and then immediately resize on each of the devices separately. Sometimes there is just this I've seen happening on some sites. On some sites it doesn't happen, so you'll just need to see. But play with this one, play with these responsiveness options. Just remember, once you click it again, then you are editing only this device. If you click it again, then you are editing only the devices that are here and below. So the screen size of this one, and then smaller than this. So these are the important functions of this responsiveness selector. So in case you have any questions on this one, please let me know. Okay. So the next question is from a Facebook user. Is there a way to directly edit the HTML in GroovePages? There is. So for example, you see I did this site and I did some styling and things like this. If you want to see the source code, you would just need to come over here. Here, this is the source code. This is the HTML and also the CSS. As you can see, these at media, minimum width this much, and then column center and things like this. This is all CSS. And then over here at the bottom, you can actually see the HTML of it. So this is where this is basically the background code of the whole website. So you can jump in over here, and then you can edit basically the site using the HTML code inside here. If you want to embed HTML, this is also possible using the element embed code. So when you pull it inside your site, let's say it is here, you can also click on this cogwheel and just start typing. So this will be something that will be inside your page. This will not be in the source code in the main website, but this is something that you can actually move around using this one. So this will be like an element of HTML code that you can embed here or write inside. Perfect. So that is that, Damien is asking, is there a way to disable the view source option when you complete the funnel or website? So there is no option to do this one at this moment. You cannot, you cannot secure the view source, even though you go also on Facebook or other websites. For example, I don't know, here, salons, New York, any website, you can actually reveal the source code. So Fox and, okay, so this one, hair salon, let me just click on it. You go on there, and then actually you can reveal the source code of this site as well. So this is something that every site has. You can see this was done on WordPress. It is not something that you can disable and enable. This is dependent on the browser. So because the browser is reading this code, it is actually also showing you the code that is the reading. So if you design a website in GroovePages and somebody reveals this source code, unfortunately this cannot be stopped. You cannot just stop a browser showing the source code of the page. This is not something that you can do. You can also reveal the source code of other websites built on different platforms, for example, ClickFunnels or WordPress or Convertri or any other website platforms. So how is GrooveFunnels able to disable their view source from their premium templates? Anytime you click view source on GrooveFunnels premium templates, it blocks it. Let me just double check this one. So for example, pages, and over here, I think you are talking about the preview option. I think this one over here is a premium template. So once you click on it and then you want to actually view the page source, it is not a real published site. It is just showing a copy of it from a server. It is not actually giving you the options and the functions. So this is just a preview. This is not a published site that a browser is reading. This is just like a cached version, or maybe an image that is stored, but this is not a published page, so you cannot review the published page source. So yeah, that's it. It's really difficult changing icon sizes and colors when using a list with icons. It works for one of or two, then seems to stop. Is there a way to do this, please? Really difficult to change icon sizes and colors when using lists with icons. Okay, let me just test this one out. So I'll just delete this one and then image below it, and then I'll just leave everything as it is. So I'll just probably do a 2-column layout, and in this column I will be putting icon list items. So you're talking about changing the color and the size of this one. So for example, let me just put in Facebook this, and I want to do the blue color of the Facebook. So I'll just click update, and then Tom, this was your question. I'm not sure if you've seen any of my other videos. Once you are editing an icon, you can do this using the text element. As you can see here, there is a dot over here, a green dot. This means that there is some styling applied to this element. Once you click on it, you can actually increase and decrease the size using the text elements. Also, this is used to change the colors on it. So if you want to change this color or any other color, you can use it using the text element. So you just need to see where this green dot is. That means that there is some style applied. So for example, you click on the icon and you resize it using this option. This is how I would do it. And then in case you want to do for a text, this is again the same thing in the text option. If you want to just duplicate it, for example, now I'm finished with the design, I am just duplicating it, and I would just click on the second icon element. I know that this is a bit strange that it is giving you and covering it, but what I've seen is that you can either click on this one. Let me just see if you can increase the sizing of it. Yeah, it is actually not giving you the option. In case you want to work around this one, I would suggest you to click on this and then maybe going to a container and then clicking on the icon itself. I know that it is strange that you need to do that, but at this moment, this is just a workaround. There will be other options that will make this a lot easier. So just click away to this list icon and then click on the icon itself to actually choose it. And then using the text element, you can resize it and then change the colors. So I think I explained it now. It's really difficult changing icon sizes and colors when using the list with icons. It works for 1 or 2, then seems to stop. Is there a way to do this, please? So I'm not quite sure what seems to stop, but I would just use the duplication element over here, and then this is how I would work with it. That's great, thanks. I was going into the other tab for configuring out icons. That will save me a huge headache. It's been a little confusing, thanks. Yes, so it is, because it doesn't say that you can also decrease the size somewhere else, but this is just something that I figured out once I clicked an actual icon, and then I saw that the text styling was doing something over here, so I figured we can use it this way. Okay, awesome. Let me see if there are any other questions. At this point, there is no other questions. Please, guys, let me know if there is something that you are interested in. I would be also opening the askgroove.net and answering some of the questions from here if there is something outstanding. How to delete a page inside the site. I had to hide a page since I could not delete it. So in case you want to delete a page that is over here, for example, let me just create another page. I will just choose a template, this one. And now this is my page 2. This is upsell. Okay, I typed in upsell. This is it. So let's say that I want to use this page and not this one. This one cannot be deleted because this is your home page. This is your main page, and unfortunately you cannot delete that. But in case you want to delete this page and make this page the home page, you can just simply click over here and then set as home page. So I'm choosing the second page to be the home page, and now my page 1 that was actually my home page, now I can actually delete it from here. As you see, confirm, and now I have only one page. This is the upsell page, the page 2 that we created together. So now this is not possible to delete it now because it says /index. So this is now our main page, and we cannot delete this one, as the site that you're editing needs a page, and this index page is the main root page on your website. So I hope I answered this one for you. I will be linking in this answer to this. Let me see. This one, forms, how to redirect a specific URL after a form is submitted. So this is pretty simple. Let me just open a blank canvas over here, and then using a contact form, for example, not a contact form, this is just a normal form. For example, this is for an email sign up. Once you click over here, you configure the input field to be email. Okay, you configure the button to be submit, and then you click outside. You need to choose the form container over here, and then you can set up your integrations over here, and also you can set up the link that or the next step where you want to send the people to. So in case you want to send them to a link, you just click URL, you type in your URL over here, or you just paste it in. For example, let me just take this link from here, and then in case you paste it, the update will still be gray. So you need to just press any key on your keyboard. Okay. So any key on your keyboard to actually highlight it. The only thing is that I didn't choose my integration, so it is not showing up. For example, if I choose Zapier, then it is showing up the update button. So this is what you would need to know. What you would need to do, choose an integration, click on URL, paste in the URL, and then click any button on your keyboard. This will actually highlight it, so you can actually click the update button after that. Okay, I have another question from Tom. Sometimes my mobile view scrolls left and right rather than fitting the screen, even when there are no obvious elements that are too wide. Do you know any way to identify what could be causing that, please? Um, I'm not sure. I would need to see your page in order to explain how this is happening. If it gives you, if you are here and it gives you a scrollable, um, the scroll bar on the bottom, that means that something is wrong and we would need to have a look at it. At this moment, I'm not just able to pinpoint that is the problem. This is probably some usability issue. Something was changed in the sizing or the spacing or something like that, so it was actually pushed a bit on the side, or I am not able to actually tell you what exactly is the problem. If you want, you can reach out to me or reach out to support. They can access your sites from their side, so they can actually help you sort this out for you, Tom. Okay, I have a question from Insider Real Estate. Can you show how to do a hyperlink within a text box? I've tried but cannot get to work. I selected the text, then the link button, and changed to URL, but it did not work. Okay, I think I understand the question. So, for example, this is a text box over here, and I want to only link in the lorem ipsum text. So I'll just take this, copy it over, and this will be our link that I will be sending people to. So the lorem ipsum is what I want to do as a link. So I paste it in, and here you would need to press enter. If you don't press enter, in case you just click outside, then it will not take it as a link. As you see now, the color has changed, and now here my cursor is to select the text, but here my cursor is an actual hand icon which allows me to click this link. If I actually publish the page, and if I click on it, it becomes a link. I've seen also people saying in the group that you cannot add multiple links. I don't think this is true. I think this is the same thing for this one as well. Let's just type in https://google.com. Okay, you need to press the enter, otherwise it will not take it. Let me just show you what happens in case you don't click enter. So over here, https://google.com. Okay, and if I click out of it, then of course it didn't take it because it didn't have the information to actually apply the change. So you need to click the enter button. Okay, Tom is saying thanks. Insider Real Estate saying thanks. Yeah, so you just need to press simply enter. It doesn't mention it there. It is a pretty confusing. Okay, I just killed a fly because it was flying around here. Yeah, so that is it, guys. Please let me know if you have any other questions so far. If not, I will be just looking into these questions from here. How to set up a custom domain with SiteGround. If you have a SiteGround domain, you would probably need to transfer it over to CloudFlare first. Let me just log into my SiteGround account. I actually pull this one over here so that I log in, and then I can show this one to you. It is pretty simple. In a normal hosting, so would it be SiteGround or Namecheap or GoDaddy hosting or Bluehost or any other hosting, they need to get you an actual option where you can edit your domains. So domain DNS or something like this would be the name of the settings inside your cPanel. So let me just quickly log in over here, and then I will pull in the window back so that you can see what I'm doing. But it is pretty simple. What I usually suggest to everybody to just point their domains using name servers to CloudFlare, so you manage the DNS records from there. It will make everything so much simpler, and this is important for people to be able to modify everything on one place, so they don't have to log into SiteGround, then to the cPanel, then to the DNS records and things like this. So I'm over here in my SiteGround cPanel. This is not related to GroovePages. This is only for the people that use their own hosting and they want to actually work with their own domains that they purchase through these. So my domain is pointed to SiteGround using name servers. If this means something to you, great. In case it doesn't, you don't have to follow this one. But you will have an option to modify the domains. Let me just see where it is. MX records. Okay, here. So domains. So you have this simple DNS zone editor. It actually doesn't do a lot. So I usually go into the advanced DNS editor. And once you click on it, it actually gets you to select the domain. So let me just select this one. And this is where you would be modifying. This is where you create a CNAME and point it to GroovePages in case you have a domain from SiteGround and you want to just work with it. But at this moment, it is like this. So this is basically the DNS functions. If you logged in here inside your cPanel, in case you're working through hosting, this is basically what you get also on Namecheap or GoDaddy. So these are the DNS records that you work with. So that is it basically. There's nothing else I can show you. You can set it up through here, and yeah, you're good to go. Let's see if I have any other questions over here. Okay, I have a question from John Winkleman. When adding a background, is there a way to move the submit button and make it transparent? When adding a background, is there a way to move the submit button and make it transparent? What do you mean by move the submit button? In case you are working on something like this, like the background and the button, they are not connected. So, I mean, you can, but I don't understand clearly what you would like to do. John, in case you could elaborate a bit on this one, exactly what you would like to do, then just please let me know and then I can demonstrate it over here. Damien is asking, so I just have to change the name service in my DNS in order to for CloudFlare to work? Yes. So basically, I did a couple of videos on this one already. What I would suggest, in case you're struggling with it, come over here to live demos and then or actually search for the video. It says connecting a custom domain to your GroovePages account. It is an orange colored video. Here, full guide on getting a domain connected to GroovePages. This is the exact name you can also find and search in YouTube. Guide on getting domain connected to GroovePages, domain connecting to GroovePages, or something like this. You will be able to find it and then learn from it. It is getting you a step-by-step from how to buy a domain, how to get it to CloudFlare, how to get it connected to GroovePages, and all the tips and tricks in between what could happen and how to actually solve this. So it is an hour-long video. What I usually do with these is, if when I'm watching, I just find them on YouTube. Okay, I just typed in the whole thing because I want to find it very, very quick. And then I just increase the speed. So I increase the speed to 2 times, and then it goes in within a half an hour. I can watch a video like this one. So this is what I do. I could suggest you to do it as well. But yes, that's what I suggest you to do. I have another announcement to say that I was mentioning previously that I'm getting a person on to the team to do timestamping. Fast page. GroovePages. Okay, so this is just a demo video I want to show you, and over here as well. So we got Isabel on the team to do the timestamps. As you can see, these are the timestamps. So it actually goes through the video. It is giving you exactly where you would need to click and see the parts of the video. So tip number 4, saving and styling of elements. So you can click on it, and actually it will it will jump over here. And not only that, YouTube is also giving you different chapters that you can watch through here. As you can see, once I scroll, it is giving us what this chapter is about. Tip 1, using templates and blocks. And then tip 2, cloning sites and pages. And tip 3, duplicating. So these are chapters that YouTube is giving us. This is a new feature that comes with these timestamps. Not only that, guys, in case you want to help out somebody else, and then this is what I will be doing as well, how to duplicate elements on the page. I can come over here, right click, copy link address from this one, and I just copied over the timestamp link, so I can come over here to the Facebook group and actually share this with somebody, and it would look like this one. Let me just scroll up. For example, in case you're looking for that one, here is the link you need to watch. It gives you the video, and it gives you immediately how the time that we just copied over, so that if somebody clicks on it, they will be able to see only this part that is relevant to the questions. So this is why we got on a timestamping person, and this is going to be helping a lot to other people. Not only that, this has also SEO benefits. So in case you type in duplicating elements on the page in GroovePages, this video will be jumping up because it is written out here, and it only also has a timestamp, so it is good for searchability. So we are making our videos searchable, we are making our videos linkable, and also these will be appearing also in the support. This is something I'm working on. Searchable videos, you click on it, and then how to build pages fast in GroovePages. You have all these tips. So in case you are searching for saving and styling of elements within the support, this video will be showing up because it is actually mentioning it, how to build pages fast, and then you can immediately see this video. So we're trying and we are improving as we go, guys. So this is something that is in the process. So I hope this will be helping you a lot. So yeah, this is something that we are working on. Let me just jump back to the questions and then finish up the questions. Pum, pum, pum. Hi, David. My problem is the action button in my landing page. It's not working when I hit it after get the email and name and supposed to take to the affiliate page. My problem is the action button in my landing page is not working when I hit it after the email and name. I'm not sure what is not working, but I'm not sure, but let me just demonstrate it anyways. So in case you are working with pre-made blocks, you have these form blocks you can choose, or you have wireframe blocks in the forms over here. So for example, I just chose this one and I just pulled it inside here. So you set up the email. You need to make sure that the input and the placeholder is on there. Also the subscribe button needs to be submit. Okay, and now the next thing is to click outside where it says form container. You see it says form container over here. You can do this one also when you are, for example, choosing the button, and then you just click over here in this menu to form container. Now this is actually where you set up what happens. So the integration, you set it up here, you choose one of your integrations, and then you choose the thank you redirect link. So if it's a URL that you're sending people to, you choose URL. In case it's a different page that you created within your site, then you can send them there. So this is in the form container over here. This needs to be set up. Okay, so this is when you're using a pre-made block. In case you're using your own designs, for example, I will just pull in quick an empty container here on the top. In case you're doing your own designs of the form, you would need to first come here to the form section, then empty form. This will be your form container. Okay, this will be where you set up the integration, and then inside here you pull in an input field. This will be, for example, that for the email, and then a submit button. Okay, so now you have an input field like that, like where you're asking for email, and you have a submit button where you will be saying subscribe. So let me just change this one over here. Subscribe, it needs to be submit. Okay, and now my email field will say email. This is small letters, and then email. You can also type your best email here. You can also add validation rules. This is just to check so that if somebody types in something in the form field, the form will check if this is an email typed in or something else. And also this input cannot be empty. Okay, so now it says here your best email here, and then it is actually set up to receive information. So once you click outside, you see that you are in the form container, and this is where you set up and configure your integration, and you choose where you would like to send the people. If you are sending them to a URL that you copied over, you need to make sure you choose an integration. Then when you paste this one in, you need to click an either left or right button on your keyboard in order for this update to show up if it's not showing up. For me now it showed up immediately, so it doesn't have any issues. So once you click update, this is it basically. In case you publish and then preview the page, you will see it is working. In case you're just previewing it, it will not be working because the preview, it doesn't load in the functions of the page, it just loads in the design. Okay, so don't test your pages using the preview, test it once it's actually published. So let me just publish it quickly. Okay, let's click on it. Let me refresh. It is actually using the cached version. Let me just pop it into an incognito window. I think I need to republish the page. Okay, let's see now. I know, because we are on a page 2. So actually, this was my fault. It was doing page 2. Okay, so this is the page actually I should have come. So let's just test it out, subscribe, and it is actually working. You see, it transferred us over. So in case you're previewing the page, it will not be working. Okay, so that is the answer to this question. Hello everyone, namaste to our best teacher. Namaste, thank you very much. Eldon is on late, sorry. No problem, Eldon, it's good that you joined us here. Hey David, Emily here. Hi Emily, it's good to have you here. In case this is your first time joining us on a live webinar or live stream, just please head over to streamyard.com/Facebook. This will allow me to actually see your name and your profile image, so you don't show us you don't show up like Facebook user. So yeah, please head over to streamyard.com/Facebook. This will be super helpful for me. Okay, I have a Facebook user saying, how do you add online booking appointment to GroovePage? Thanks. So as you know, we will have later on Groove Booking, okay, future Groove or Groove Calendar. Groove Calendar will be a booking similar to Calendly. Okay, Calendly is used now. In the meantime, this is a calendar appointment scheduling software. You can also join there for free. I think they have a basic account also that you can use for one calendar for one user, and schedule unlimited events actually using this one. So once you have your calendar set up, let me just show you how it would look like. I actually have Damien sent over a website of his today where he is actually using this Calendly on his page. So let me just jump over there and show you what it looks like. Okay. So profit pooling funnels. This is Damien Bradshaw's website where he's actually designing people's pages. So for example, once you click on book full funnel strategy or book full funnel design or something, it is actually sending it to a Calendly website. Oh, not this one, but this one. So it is actually sending us over to Calendly. If you link your Calendly calendar, this is how it will be looking like. So as Damien created, he is collecting basically appointments for his 30-minute funnel discovery, and you can click on it. choose the time, confirm, and then you fill out a couple of details here, and then using this you can schedule an event. This is what I would suggest you to use in the meantime, until the Groove calendar doesn't come out. When it comes out, then it will be all inside the same platform, integrated into it, will be very easy to use. So this is my suggestion for now. Yeah, it's saying use the second or third link. Correct. So this is Damien's site. In case you want, you can check it out. He creates awesome funnels and websites. You can check him out also in the Facebook group. So calendly.com, this is where you can come and create your appointment scheduling at this moment. Let's see the next questions. Is there a way we can do animation to blocks so they slide in or fade in, etc.? It is not an inbuilt feature, Joe, but this is something that you could do with custom CSS in case you're familiar with it. In case you are not, there is W3 Schools. They have teachings on CSS and everything. So for example, if you want button and animation CSS, then W3 Schools have how to animate buttons, and then they actually give you a couple of different options where you can copy over the CSS code. You can learn how to use it. It also has image overlay zoom, image overlay slide, light box, and things like this. So for example, we click on this one, you can create all these using CSS that you can learn on W3 Schools. At this moment, I don't have any videos on this one because I'm not very familiar with CSS, but I've seen a lot of people use it, and they are saying that it's very, very simple to do. In GroovePages, we have availability of clicking on any element over here, and in the custom attributes you can add on custom CSS for each of the elements. So if you want the button to slide in from here, and you want the form field to slide in from there, you can actually set this up using the CSS knowledge that you can get from here. So this would be my suggestion, to just jump over here to W3 Schools or just Google how to do it. You can also find videos on these topics, and you can just learn how to do it. It is not very hard. I didn't play with it yet, but at this moment, this is the way you do it. There are feature requests on getting this inbuilt, so you can actually click on a certain element and then animate or something like that. This is not an important feature at this moment for the functionality of the software, so it has not been added from the beginning. It is a good to have feature, so it will be coming most probably later on, but at this moment, for the functionality before the launch, when we get out from the beta mode, we are just pushing out the important features for functioning of these elements, blocks, and things like this. Okay. I have a question from Suraidi. Surjadi or Suryadi, or I'm not quite sure how you pronounce your name, but saying GroovePage is working great on desktop, but too many bugs in mobile. Hope Groove team fix it as soon as possible. There are a couple of bugs in mobile, but I actually showed at the beginning of this video how to edit the different styling options. I also have a video on Facebook that you can watch, and you find it here in the tutorial videos. And then it is a video on how to optimize text across different devices. In case you're interested in this one, please come over and watch this video. Damien watched it today, and then he managed to actually create awesome stuff with this one. It is explaining exactly what you need to know, where you need to click, and how to design it. In case you're not fully familiar with it, please watch this video. It will explain everything. Damien is asking, how can I upload GIFs to Groove? When I upload GIFs, they are just static. I want to start incorporating small animations, sort of like how Lottie animations are, but using GIFs. So Damien, I also have a video on this one. It was a question from Eldon, Eldon asked me how to use GIFs in GroovePages. So there's a video on this one, buddy. You can watch this one. I actually created a full video tutorial, which is, I think, pretty good. So yeah, it is pretty simple. You would just need to get your GIF animation uploaded to gifyu.com. So GIFYU, you upload it over here. Let me see if I have any. I had this one. Okay, so I upload it over here, and then this is my GIF. You come over here, copy the embed code, copy over this one, and then you can pop it onto your page using the HTML embed element. So you pop in the code embed, for example, over here, and then in the cogwheel, I just paste this in. Here in the first part, you can add on your link in case you want to send people somewhere once they click on it. I don't want the GIF to be clickable, so I just delete it. But anyway, once I save it, again, the same thing, I will just need to save this one and then refresh. Sometimes this embed code has these issues. Let me just refresh, come over to page 2, and then once you come over here, you just delete this undefined, and then you paste in your link from GifU again. Delete the, I will delete the link in case you want. You can incorporate your affiliate link or something like that, and then click save, and here we go. So once we save it, it is an actual GIF that you can also see in the preview. So it looks like that. So in case you want to do some animations, for example, icon animations that you have, you can also visit icon animation or animated icons. Oh God, animated movies, animated icons. There is loads of icons that you can choose from out there. There is, let me see. There was a website with a collection of these sites. I will actually find this one and link it there. Collection. Anyway, I will probably need to find it for you, but I will link it in the comments there. But these will be animated icons like this. So you can find these and just pop it into your sites using the way I showed you, using this GifU. You just get the HTML code, and then you are all set. Pum, pum, pum. Yeah, David did a tutorial on this one. Yes, I did. Explain how to use post function in web form. I don't know how to use post function at this moment. I still am running into difficulties, so I will be doing an update on this one once I am fully confident in teaching this one. If I would go out there now and I would try to solve the problems, I would this video would probably be very long and very uninformative, because at this point, once when I was doing these post functions with web form, I was just getting into different bugs. What I was doing is getting Zapier webhooks and using that one, but it didn't go as planned. So at this point, I am still testing it out. So once I have a tested and fully functioning webhook feature, I will create a video on that one. Okay. It was excellent and it works super for GIF animations. Awesome. While on animations, can you do SVG animate the same way? I'm not quite sure if this is a question. I think it is, but SVG animations you would probably need to do inside of video editing platform and save it as a GIF. There are online video. So made SVG to GIF. there are videos and basically articles on how to convert them to a GIF. Let me see if this is one. Okay, animate your icon into GIF. You can use this one. You can actually, this is quite cool. Alternate. You can actually animate your own and create it using this one. I don't know if this is a paid or a free plan, a free software, but it's good to have these options. But yeah, just please go over here to Google and find this out. There's most probably a lot of these videos and articles on this one. I didn't go into it yet, but I'm pretty sure you will find your answers on Google. Question from Leo: is there a place to find custom CSS attributes? So the attributes of elements are inside. When you click on the element, let's just click on this text over here. So the custom attributes over here, and you will add on the class and the ID attribute. So you decide on that one, and then you can edit the CSS using those attributes. Yeah, so you need to actually name the element, and then using that name you type in and modify the element with extra custom CSS on it. So each of the elements, so this is a text, this is a button, this is a form field or input field, each one of these elements can be edited using its custom attributes tab over here. Okay, I don't have any questions so far. Oh god, I'm not even drinking my lemonade. Either I'm answering the questions too fast, or you guys are very slow with with typing in your questions. Okay, I don't know who this is, but they said GP needs simple generic subscription contact form to submit data using free email like ones available in WordPress widgets without having to use only paid email integrations. I am very happy to announce, you will be probably seeing it in a couple of minutes after this live stream is done, but we have a working Zapier. When you come into Zapier, you can actually set this up. So make a Zap, you find GrooveFunnels. As you can see, GrooveFunnels. You can actually choose the new form submission, and then you can set this up to do, for example, an email to your Gmail. Okay, send an email. You decide where to send it and things like this. This is now functioning, and you can start using it. You don't have to do integration with an email software. You can also, instead of an email, you can decide choose app. Okay, so you can put everything to a Google Sheet, or you can just do anything else, put it on a Trello board. You have loads of different options that you can choose from. If you have a different app you want to use, for example, you want to receive a message when somebody filled out a submission or a form, you can just connect your Twilio account and then have Twilio send an SMS to you, or do an automated call, or whatever you would like. So this is live now. You can go and start using it inside GrooveFunnels. It is pretty simple to set it up. So you just do wherever you are. Let me just start from scratch. You can come over here to the upper right hand side corner, my integrations, and let me just delete this one. You add a new integration. You choose Zapier. This is the last one. You just name it Lemon Zapier. Okay, update, and it says you're all set for Zapier. Click update to add it to the integrations. I actually added it already, and that is it. So you exit. Once you are in your GroovePages dashboard, you can start using Zapier. It is actually free. You can start for free. If you need more automations like this one, you will probably need to upgrade later on. But so far, for the beginners, this is free. Yeah, so on the page 2, I was doing some integrations. For example, I want to set this up to be able to receive Zapier details. So into integration, I just choose Lemon Zapier, and you decide where you want to send the people to after they did it. So you click update, and then you continue setting this up over here. So you just need to add GrooveFunnels that you have, click continue, you choose the integration that we just set up. It needs to say Lemon Zapier now. It is loading it in. Here we go, Lemon Zapier. This is what we set up now together. You choose it, you continue, and then you will be able to test it and things like this. So it is pretty simple to use. If you need well, I don't like using Zapier, additional hustle and cost. I'm sorry, this is the way you can do it. In case you don't like it so far, we will be having our own integration to GrooveMail. This will be making it easy later on to integrate it, but these are the ways. Automation, basically through an integration to MailChimp or any other software that we have integrated. Now we have Zapier and we have webhooks. Other people are having success getting webhooks connected to their sites. I still didn't find out how to do it properly, but this is just because of me. This is not because of the software. So if you don't like it, unfortunately, I cannot do anything about that. Good. Yes, so if you are new here, please head over to streamyard.com/Facebook and let me see your details. Otherwise, I just see you as a Facebook user. So that is it so far. Let me just see if there is anything else. So this one was answered. Ascension and progression funnels. I need to know how this works, and I need smooth and easy way to get commission. I don't know what ascension and progression is. Yeah, I don't know what this is, so I will just skip this out. Web form post setup demo. This is probably something that I just mentioned. I don't know how to set this up yet. I didn't play with it enough. I will probably need to speak to developers of GroovePages to get this sorted. Detailed video on Stripe and PayPal along with sandbox testing. I actually created a video on setting up Stripe. There are videos on setting up PayPal, so I don't think that there will be a video on this one. How to delete a page. This one was showed. This one was showed. MailChimp integration was showed. Somebody here wants me to create a MailChimp account. Integrate MailChimp from zero. From opening account on MailChimp. I'm new in email marketing. Thanks, David. I could easily do a video on this one, but if you just search on YouTube integrating MailChimp to GroovePages, it has been already done. Or MailChimp GroovePages. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 over here. I also built out the opt-in funnel where I showed how to integrate it with MailChimp. So I don't think I will be doing a video on that one. So that is it. I will just be linking it now, linking the answers to these from this video. Okay, Leo is asking, how does the advanced setting work in the tracking links setup? Advanced settings in the tracking links. Okay, this is inside GrooveSell. Funnels tracking. Okay, let me just choose this one. And then what Leo is asking, how to the advanced settings work. Let me just go over there and then explain it. Okay, so tracking codes. This is where you type in your tracking codes, your Google Analytics, your Facebook Pixel, or something like this. I do suggest you to get a Google Tag Manager and put all your tracking links there. So you only take one tracking link and put it into here. Otherwise, you will be having loads of different links, which will be loading in much slower. So let's just, I mean, I will not show you because it is pretty simple. You just copy and paste it over here. Cost per click. This is something that you need to see. How much does it cost for example, in case you are doing paid advertising, you need to just type in how much the cost per click is. And then here in the tracking IDs, you need to add parameters. Tracking parameters. This is for the link if it is shared on Google, so that the link is showing here in GrooveSell that the sale came from Google. This is set up within the Google Ads Manager and then the Facebook Ads Manager. So they will be giving you tracking parameters, which you just type in here, Google Ads, and then you put in your tracking parameter. This is a URL or a tracking code that you will get from them. Then you can set up another one from Facebook, and another one from Pinterest, and another one for Twitter, and another one for LinkedIn. It depends where you're just doing paid ads, and then actually set up these links, these parameters, which GrooveSell, this link, will be tracking where is the sale coming from. So in case it is coming from a Google ad, or it is coming from a Facebook ad, then these tracking parameters will be showing that there is a difference in getting sales from different places. This will be later on much easier to understand once the analytics feature is inside GrooveSell. Now we have some sort of analytics over here, but later on it will be much in depth. You will have reports and transactions. You will be able to create your own reports and things like this. So it will be much easier to understand later on. At this moment, it is just there, so that you can set up. Later on, it will be also shown. It will be also displayed over here. So yeah, Damien is saying MailChimp isn't hard to set up. Trust me, I agree. So that is it so far, guys. This is an hour video that we just created today. I was expecting a lot more people to join us, but it seems that they don't have any questions and they don't have any struggles. But I just took one sip of my lemonade, so I still have some time. In case you are looking for some information, please let me know. There was a question on XML sitemaps, how to create sitemaps from Sestan Stefan. Since I have no access to cPanel to upload sitemap, are there any alternate ways of submitting sitemaps to Google Search Console only permits URL submission of sitemaps? What other options do we have? Thanks so much for your time. So Eldon also upvoted this, Paul Jones also. So the sitemap generator, sitemap generators will create your sitemap. Okay. But I think there needs to be a way where you can actually get a link to your sitemap, and then I'm not quite sure if HTML sitemap is the thing that you are looking for, but yeah, so you create a sitemap using a generator like this one. Once you finished your website, you create a sitemap, an XML sitemap, and then you find a link. Some of these sitemap generators will have the option to have a link, and then you just copy this link over to Google. People are asking, why is it not built into GroovePages? The reason is because GroovePages doesn't need your sitemap. GroovePages knows what pages are on your site. So GroovePages doesn't need that information, but Google needs this information, and this needs to be set up within the Webmaster Tools. As it is shown here, this is where you would need to actually give Google the sitemap URL. So you need to create your sitemap through one of these generators, and then you need to see which one is going to give you the link of the sitemap so that you can use it. Is GrooveMail on schedule to go live on the 15th? It will not, most probably not be going live on the 15th, but there will be a rollout launch from the 15th. So That means we'll be having a lot of different apps and features and basically a lot of things rolling out from the 15th. So in case it is not the exact date, the 15th, please don't get mad, please don't get frustrated. It is just that we want to make it easy for you guys to keep up with these updates, and also for our support and for me as well when I'm creating these video trainings for you. Most probably I will be doing a video every day on a different app or a different feature, so we just need to give us some time to prepare for that one. I myself didn't use those platforms yet. It is still being done. Basically the finishing touches are being done on those software. We want to make it as stable as possible for you when it is launched. So I haven't tested out yet, but we will get some time, test it out, and then create those videos within this time period. So this is why it is a rollout launch, but more information will be coming from the founders of the company on this one very soon. Lenifer is asking, David, can I ask you a question about CloudFlare? I removed the integration and added it again. Then it did not detect the DNS automatically. I'm trying to reach their tech, but I'm directed to knowledge base, which is not helpful. What do I do for DNS to get detected automatically so I can get the GroovePages? What you would need to do is probably delete the name servers from your host domain hosting platform. So let me just show you what I mean by this. I will just quickly log into Namecheap and show you one of my domains that are connected to CloudFlare. So for example, I use this one in a video. So this is the groovelemonade.club. Here in the custom DNS, you probably have, if you have a different domain registrar, you just need to find the name servers option and then delete those where you transferred to Cloudflare. Pop it back to a normal DNS settings, or in Namecheap it is called basic DNS. I would click on this one and then let this run for a couple of hours. Later on, come back, put these custom DNS settings again from Cloudflare, and then run it again. This is most probably the problem why you are not able to see, because you probably deleted the site from Cloudflare and it is like, okay, but I already showed you those details, so I will not show you again. So here you would need to change it back and then retype in those name servers. Try to reconnect Cloudflare using this video, please. So in the live demos, there is a video where I connect a domain from scratch. So I purchased live while I was on the screen. I purchased a domain and then I showed exactly how to set it up. So it is here, full guide on getting a domain connected to GroovePages. Please watch this video. It is here in the live demos. It was on June 17th. So this is the most up-to-date guide on getting your domain connected. Please follow this one and then start from scratch with Cloudflare. With this one, you will have success most probably after following the steps in the video. Okay, so at this point I don't have any questions left, so that is it, guys. In case you have anything else you would like me to ask, you would like me to demonstrate or show, please let me know. I will just have a sip of my lemonade. Yeah, so I actually covered a lot today, and I'm very happy about Zapier integration. This came live today, so I will be jumping in very shortly and then testing it out for you, so I can create a full guide on working with Zapier. But it is amazing. Like the amount of apps you have in Zapier is just unbelievable. You can do different things. So for example, if somebody signs up to your list inside GroovePages, you can send an email to yourself. Then immediately after that, you can also put the contacts in a in an Excel sheet or in a Google sheet. And then you can collect the leads that way as well. You can also I don't know, pop a notification on your phone and things like this. Is just amazing. It is so good that we have Zapier, although it is not free for forever. Different actions, so you have a certain amount of actions you can take with a free account. In case you would like to have more, you would need to upgrade for that. Damien says, I love Zapier. I'm like a kid in a candy store with that. I am as well. I love these connecting and automations and things like this. This is so cool, so fun to do. Many people must be going to sleep early around the world, thus no questions. Yeah, or maybe they're just waking up. I know this is more of a legal questions, but what's the best place for beginners who are starting up their online business to get privacy policies and terms of service from, or is it the best to talk to a lawyer? So this is legal advice, and I'm not the best person to give legal advice. However, I will tell you what I would do and what I was doing. So I would just come over to Google and type in privacy policy generator and do it through this one. So the privacy policy generator.info is the one I was using on many of my websites. So you give here the information that is needed and it creates a sample. So it is creating something like this, that we are collecting cookies, and there could be some advertising and third parties and things like this. It is also mentioning GDPR and children's information, things like this. So this is something what I was using. I don't know what kind of business you are in, and I don't know what you want to use this for, but this is a good start for somebody that doesn't know where to start. Just fill this out. You will get a privacy policy looking like this one, with your details, with your website, with your email, with your company name and details. So this is what I would suggest you to start. Don't publish it before reading it fully through. You need to know what you are actually putting on your website, because this could be a big issue. You can also do this for the terms of service as well. Terms and conditions generator. This same company has the same generator for terms and conditions, for cookies, for license, for hyperlinking, iframes and things like this, disclaimer. So I don't know what your company is doing, but in case you want to start somewhere, this is a good place to start. Again, don't use this one and say David told me to use this one and then do my business with this. I'm not saying this. This is something you should research and definitely talk with a person that knows about this one, preferably a lawyer or somebody that is in the business of law. So yeah, use my advice as a grain of salt. Somebody likes what I'm what I'm giving away as advice, somebody may not, but this is a good way to start in case you are nowhere at this point. It says also, Paul says, Leo, check out FTC Guardian. This could be another option. Yeah. Okay, Lenifer saying, thanks, David. I'll try that. My other domain worked with GroovePages. First one I attached. And do you know if CloudFlare has limit on domains you can attach? CloudFlare, at this point, I have tested with 8 domains, and there were no issues on connecting 8 domains. I didn't test out how many domains I can connect with that, but I think approximately 10, 15-ish domains on the free account. I was actually looking for information on this one, but it doesn't show on their websites. So it is just a matter of testing it out. I can give you legal advice, but it will be probably wrong. So I can do that as well, Damien, and this is what I just did. I don't think it is wrong, but David said it. Alan, I love this comment. Yeah, don't do this one. I don't think my advice is wrong. I think my advice is good for people that are just starting out, it is not the best thing you could do, but it is a thing that you can do. GroovePages should have built-in legal privacy page template generator. I don't think that this will ever happen, because if somebody uses our privacy policy, our company could get sued if the owner of the pages does something wrong. As you know, GroovePages and GrooveSell are free, and people can just register and start using it. So with this come a lot of spamming people, people creating shady websites and things like this. And if we would create privacy policies and things like this, we could get sued like this, because if this is something that we provided and then people were relying on us and then we didn't do our job the best. So this is not something that will happen very soon, but yeah, so I don't think this will be coming very soon. Pum, 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 pum. David, can you explain why we have to subscribe to Cloudflare? What is the objective? Okay, so this is a good question, actually. Let me just come over to my.groovecart.com. So getting on Cloudflare is important for the reason that it is giving away CDN, which are different servers around the world, which will be pushing out your content to people living on these places. So for example, let's say you publish your page from, I don't know, Netherlands, from Europe and Netherlands, and you have visitors that are watching you from United States. This is just an example. If you put your website to the servers of Google, for example, in GroovePages, it will be sending them from Google. Who knows where Google servers are? However, if you connect your domain to a CDN, which Cloudflare is, Cloudflare has different servers all around the world, which are also in United States, also in Netherlands, also in Australia, also in China, and all across the world. And then if somebody from United States requests a site, you will not be sending it from the Netherlands, from the servers or in Netherlands or wherever GroovePages is hosted. It will be sent from the closest server to you. So the server knows your IP address, knows where you are, and it will decide where to send this information from so that it is super fast. So this is speed in question. Also, SSL. SSL is this lock next to your domain. If you don't have this lock, if you don't have this SSL certificate, then in some of the pages and some of the browsers, the browser like puts up a huge red sign, red flag. This site is not secure, be aware. And you don't want this on your sites. If you don't use an SSL, this could happen with the modern browsers. So using Cloudflare is getting rid of these two problems: the speed. So Cloudflare is making your site much faster, and also it is giving you free SSLs. There is SSL options that you can purchase from your domain registrar, but these are $10 per month or per year and things like this. So it is just throwing away money. You can do that. I don't suggest it. You can, but in case you just connect your domain to Cloudflare, it will be super simple. I mean, just a couple of clicks, you have your domain over there. This is a temporary solution. You will always be able to connect your own domain to Cloudflare and then over to GroovePages. However, we're also working on something like this. So in GrooveCart, we already done this, and this is coming to GroovePages as well. So in GrooveCart, once you come into your domains, you can see here domain settings. It is actually giving you the DNS records inside GrooveCart. So this is Cloudflare, as you can see here, cloudflare.com. Cloudflare is integrated into GrooveCart. So whenever you create an account with Cloudflare, you will have your domain possibilities, domain DNS records and things like this inside GrooveCart. This will be coming very soon also to GrooveFunnels as well. So in GroovePages, when you will go to publish my page, let me see over here. when you publish your page, it will be giving you an option to publish it on your own domains. If you want to just use your own Cloudflare account, or if you just want to publish it, there will be another option over here if you want to publish it with the inbuilt Cloudflare account. So this will be an option. Also in the settings, in your my account settings, there will be domain settings that you can set up. So this will be connected. So this is coming. We will have an integrated Cloudflare inside the system. So yeah, this is just a temporary workaround that we are using now to be able to provide you free SSL and also the CDN. Dum, dum, dum. Yeah, Eldon saying Cloudflare is super deal and grand. I do think as well. Yeah, this is so awesome. Can't wait for that. Yes, me too. Actually, today I was in a meeting with the developers, and things were said that I was like, "Whoa, really? Oh, nice." So yeah, awesome stuff is coming, and I am happy to say that I have seen a demo of the site import feature, which will be released very soon. Um, it is awesome. You click on a page, it will import it. And what I learned, there is one platform that has an import feature, which is starting with the letter C. It is one of our competitors, so I will not say the name of it, but if you were in the page building world for a bit of time, you will know the company. Their page import feature is just a 10% of what ours will be, and this was confirmed today, and this is making me extremely happy. I'm like a little boy, as Damien said. I'm a boy in a candy shop when we come to these features. So it will be much powerful, and really nothing like this is actually out there in the world at the moment. We are building this software from scratch for the importing websites, and it is awesome. Yes, Damien saying site import, yay. Leon is saying yes. David, when do we have to start paying for Cloudflare? I answered this one at previously. I don't know how many sites you can use for free. I was trying to find the answer to this question, but on their Cloudflare website or anywhere on Google, how many sites can I connect to free Cloudflare? Connect. How many domains can we add in free? I was not able to find a logical answer to this one. Okay, there isn't an official limit that I'm aware of. How many are we talking here? Technically, there is no limit to number of domains you can add to your account. So yeah, as you can see, there is no number on how many can you add. Our pricing is based per domains. You can have a mix of free and paid plans in your account, but it is not giving you an exact answer of how many domains you can import. It doesn't even give you over here. If you need different functionalities like lossless image optimization, automatic mobile optimization, cache analysis, and support via email, things like this, you can start paying. I don't suggest this is good for big companies with servers around the world. So for them, it makes sense. But for you, if you just setting up your GroovePages site, getting an opt-in page or something like this, it doesn't actually matter. When the Cloudflare is added to your Groove, is that actually our own account or Groove? When Cloudflare is added, okay, so it is inbuilt. Is that actually our own account or Groove? Yeah, so I'm not quite sure about this one yet. It could be that it will be, you will need to log in within the my account into domain, and then you can maybe integrate Cloudflare there. But over here in GrooveCart, you don't need to do this one. So this one is immediately connected. So once you have an account on GrooveCart, it is connected to Cloudflare. You don't need to log in or do anything. It is just automatically there. So I don't know if it will be like this, or you will need to set up your like login details in an account, and then you will be able to publish. I don't know these features yet. Two things I've been patiently waiting for: import sites feature and GrooveMail. Yeah, and both of them are coming extremely soon. You just have to sleep a couple more times and then you will see them in action. Yeah, so guys, I am not anywhere near drinking my lemonade, but I'm very, very close to just wrapping this up, because a lot of questions that I answered are just repetitive and I didn't have anything new that could make me say, "Ooh, this needs to be answered." So in case you have any questions, anything else that interests you, just please comment in the comment section of this video. Just please tag me. Once I finish up the live stream, sometimes it's fine to hard the new comments. So in case you are commenting after the live stream has ended, please tag me in it at David Lemon and just let me know the question that you have. I will be going on there. So if you don't have any more questions, I will be wrapping this up. I will just sip my lemonade from my Hello Kitty cup over here, and then trying out the Zapier integration. I will also be doing a video very shortly. You will be seeing it in the Facebook stream or the Facebook feed. So yeah, that's it. This is me signing off. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I got your answers or questions answered. And yeah, see you in the group. Bye, guys.